half touchdowns. And the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Very short kick taken right at the top. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. First down, Mayfield. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Yeah, the Browns are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing, Mayfield. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up... incomplete.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Jackson on first down. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to them up a bit, and they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Jackson's throw taken in by Watkins here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Jackson will throw again. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, your team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw caught by Higgins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we've come to there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Fields this way up at the 17. Out from the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. 7 yards to pick up there.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Three yards remain for second down. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw him coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
To throw again is Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. Oh, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mayfield down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Playing success in this game already. 2 touchdown catches, but that was a very dangerous throw. But you have to understand, with 2 catches already for touchdowns, they're going to try and force it to him at times as well.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Matabike in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
A surprising move to go for, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one. Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Justin Matabike picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. It's caught by OBJ. Little razzle-dazzle by OBJ. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. From their own territory, an incredible play on 4th down.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mayfield. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job. Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league. Rolling to his right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson now. Throw right side, complete to Williams. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Now Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And they will finally run him.